What is up?
What is up? And I cannot stress this enough.
My
My,
gamers.
my gamers.
I'll be back in a few minutes. There's things I need to do.
Alright. Hello, Internet. Vegas Bear here again. Taro is here, but he had to go do something real quick, so he'll be back momentarily. Latios should be on his way. But for right now, to anyone watching, if you indeed are, or if anyone's watching the VOD, I just wanted to say thank you. I know I'm not a big streamer. I'm definitely not as entertaining as, say, I don't know, Jesse Cox, Iron Mouse. I'm definitely not as cute as Iron Mouse. But I appreciate the ones who've stuck around and have at least tried to give my content a chance. That it means a lot.
You need a hug, Bear?
No, I'm just thanking the people. Also, hi, Latios.
I go by Mekumon nowadays, but yes.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Mekumon, my bad. See, I told you, it's gonna take like a month.
Did I sound angry?
Just ask Epsilon. It took me forever to get used to calling him Nexus when he changed it. And I had to force myself to call him Epsilon.
Dude, I was there when the name change happened.
So,
Like I said, do I sound angry?
no.
No. Then you don't gotta worry, you're good.
Alright. So, I have another crew member for the Rust Bucket. For those wondering, this is just a Transformer idea I have floating in my head. For the third and final neutral bot, I thought, why not go back to my roots? And my trauma. Transmutate.
Hopefully this one has a better life.
The explanation I have is that this version of Transmutate is sort of the same one from the show. It's just when it exploded into another reality. I say it, but I think Transmutate is canonically a her.
And I have your explanation for you. When Transmutate exploded and it quote-unquote died in the show, that wasn't it dying. That was its spark being transported to another reality and the body kind of going, oh, crap.
Okay. So this version, Transmutate, basically,
And so this version is basically the original spark planted in a new body.
yep. Similar to her old body. In fact, when she goes to scan in alt mode, she scans the fossils of a T-Rex, and she becomes the fossils of the T-Rex.
Because when told to scan in alt mode to transform into something, she is reminded of the first thing that told her to transform.
Yep.
Old Robo Barney himself.
But the crew of the Rust Bucket has determined that Transmutate, due to the damage she suffered, exhibits symptoms of a condition that humans called autism.
there's a bunch of autism-coded bots out there, so there's plenty of help for this character.
Also, Minerva kind of sees Transmutate as a little sister and helps take care of her.
Turn on TV to start my console, and I'm greeted with his late season MLP right there with Grogar.
So basically, so now the roster is Breakback, which I need to somehow come up with a custom figure for Breakback.
Well, it's gonna be simple enough. I could do it once I eventually have the funding to do so.
Like, my thought is to get, like, a cup toy. Like the one I have of him in with his Earth mode. And then swap the head out for, like, an Ironhide or something.
Issue is the way Cup's head is designed. The ball joint's attached to his neck instead of his collar.
Damn it.
Is that thing? I never really decapitated my version of Cup before. Yeah, I don't have to. I can see the peg.
Is that the Earth mode version?
Well, that's my Studio Series one, anyways.
Ah.
When you say Earth mode, it took me a moment to realize you meant the previous generation's Cup.
Yep.
The one that had the big old boomstick.
As I try to repeg this in. And then do this.
Yeah, this episode. The beginning of the end, part 1. Twilight experiences self-doubt when Celestia and Luna decide to retire and hand off the ruling of Equestria to Twilight and company. I say this as I'm switching over to my settings for my Xbox, but like, I have a bit of a problem with that, as opposed to bring everything up on the Savior of the Universe last seconds does not always work.
Just ask Anakin.
Uh-huh. The hell? The Expanse, a Telltale series.
Yeah. Apparently Telltale didn't go bankrupt. Apparently it kept going.
More like they pulled themselves back out.
Yeah, well, good for them.
Hoping this means I can eventually get the Poker Night of the inventory games again, because I desperately want to try those. Just to hear the conversations between the characters. Where else could you have Ash Williams play against Brock Sampson, freaking Claptrap from Borderlands, and a talking dog?
Someone's imagination. Or hallucination.
What exactly did you take to see this? Yes!
Give me a sec.
Hello? Hello? Yeah, that's what I thought.
So, mentioned this before, but for the Transformers MLP crossover, I'd come up with a particular alternate mode for Jazz, who's been on my mind today, for whatever reason. I decided to have him scan a hippogriff. And here's basically why I think so. In Friendship is Magic, hippogriffs are basically also this universe's sea ponies. Get them in enough water, they transform into effectively mermaids.
Huh.
Except pony mermaids, for some reason.
Oh, okay.
So I figure, a cyber ninja who's completed his training and his whole shtick is being a level-headed jack-of-all-trades would probably appreciate having something like that for an alternate mode.
Yeah, probably.
It's versatile and stylish. Right now, the biggest debate I'm having in my mind is, considering how long it's been between the Autobots ship with the Allspark vanishing and present day, when they're all waking up, would Ultra Magnus be aboard the Steel Haven still looking for them, or would it just be a couple of lower-ranked Elite Guard guys still searching the area?
How much time has passed?
Roughly 10,000 years.
Yeah, probably, probably Elite Guard dudes. Alright, so I turned on my screen in the chat so you guys can actually see what I'm doing, but unfortunately it is flipped. And I don't know how to change that.
I encountered this meme while I'm thinking about it earlier today, and I posted it in another chat. You still fail to understand. Your existence will ultimately destroy the universe. Shut up. Excuse me? Peter Yui having absolutely none of the anti-spirals bullshit.
Yep.
So does Taro know he's muted?
Yes. He had something to do.
Okay, that's an intentional choice. I won't bug him for that then.
I'm just waiting for my PC to load, honestly.
Hello.
Hello. I've been here for so long. The drink I was sipping on is already done and in my trash can. So what I miss?
Not much. I just started and we were talking about Transformers and then My Little Pony.
And then my crossover of two.
Oh.
Also, I have just finished reading Siren Rebirth. It was shorter than I thought it'd be. It was only 32 chapters. But now I understand the story of Siren. Kind of. I mean, I understand it better than when, like, I first tried to play the damn game, but I mean... Still a little confused on certain things.
Also, I saw and you posted the exact image I was talking about. Bear.
What?
When Takahara was stuck in the police officer's
Oh
rifle,
yeah.
you posted
Well, it's
the
certainly
exact
quiet.
image I was talking about.
If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place. I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal?
You still can't understand. Your existence will ultimately destroy the universe.
Shut up.
Excuse me?
Hero Yui has no time for your philosophy.
Peter Lee nerds to blow himself up and blow everything else up. Stuff that needs to stop working.
And possibly either kill or fuck. What's her face? I don't even remember her name. I just Relina Peacecraft.
What, Super Robot Wars is that?
No.
I honestly don't know. I just saw the image.
I am unsure as well.
Will it be enough, I wonder?
Fair enough.
Oh, look at the happy boy!
Torgo on the
That answers
prowl,
my
what he
question.
doing?
Which means we owe the lawsmen our thanks.
So it turns out
Just a big
his
puppy,
appetite
aren't you?
got bigger.
A very big
How,
puppy.
how big?
So the bones that Charon would give him were not enough to satisfy his hunger.
You do know you can take that with you, Torgal.
We had to get bigger
You got
bones.
your appetite back. Come on, boy.
What is this, Monster Hunter?
Well, I mean, they aren't that much bigger.
Get it, boy.
And, well, you are technically hunting monsters right now, so...
I mean, you're not wrong.
Not right either, but not wrong. Eventually, I'm gonna have to get back to writing another one of my stories.
People take notice of wealthy
the,
men. Shouldn't be too
Digimon
hard to track down
Fallout
Chaos
crossover.
Collector.
I finally got to the point where we reach the protagonist his 10th
Any more
birthday,
trouble,
where
it'll be
he's
barred for
supposed
life,
to
however
have
deep
gotten
your
his
friend's
Pip Boy
pocket.
and also his Digimon partner.
It could have just been a trap.
But I've only just gotten to the surprise party because Fallout 3 was my first game and I want to reference it at some point.
I don't think they all fell.
At least first game in the Fallout series.
Still living among us.
Welcome.
Fair enough.
If you're hoping for a bed, I'm afraid you'll have to look elsewhere.
We've basically just gotten to the point where the light went on, I believe.
My reputation will be
Giant
ruined.
crab! Giant
Ruined!
crab!
Calm
Play Fallout
yourself,
4
Lord
right now
Ignac.
and just
I
shut
beg
the
of
fuck
you.
up.
Yo,
Don't do yourself any
Seki!
mischief.
What is
Hardly
up, my guy?
intrusion, But
Out! Get out!
What up, Seki?
I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be
Hiya,
disturbed.
Seki.
Leave me be!
Proceed,
Please.
Nikolon?
Allow me to apologize. His lordship is going
that's
through a difficult time.
basically
and
where
has
I'm
never been
at
fond
right
of
now,
guests
like,
arriving. Radim!
If I were to proceed
Very
with the
good.
scene,
Would you
this would be
mind
the
stepping
moments where
outside for a
the
moment?
protagonist got his specific
Not much.
Pip Boy.
Okay.
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? No, no, no. That's just how his lordship is. He's been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount
And
of coin.
the
I
partner
suppose
he
a
would have
certain
met
blade
would
was
have
among
been
the
a
stolen
itty
items.
bitty
A single-edged
Yarmon.
sword.
Ah, you know, late.
And I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage.
You are
This is
but to
actually a thing
state
I
it.
was going to try
You are welcome to
establishing when I had a
Want
little
an
bit more
audience with Lord
time.
Ignac.
The
A few
guys in
minutes
his
should be enough.
family
A
always
condition
seem
I
to
would be a
get
fool to
feline-based
I don't suppose you
Digimon,
saw where the
typically
thieves
ones with
went.
mange.
I did not, no. Though some discreet
Be
inquiries
they
made on
Leomon
his lordship's
variants or
behalf,
the
me every
protagonist's father's
ill-gotten
case,
coin
a
it.
Loemon.
That's where I'm heading.
I shall
That will be very kind of you.
farewell.
Oh damn! I gotta go a ways away to get there. As you can see, Seki, I am playing Fallout. Oh my god. I'm playing Final Fantasy 16.
Fallout Fantasy 16.
You know, I don't know if that would be a good crossover or not. So yeah, apparently now everyone is talking about is the fact that Activision lost the files for Transformers War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron.
Quote unquote.
Well, who claimed they never lost the files in the first place, and that's all just a bunch of bull.
Well, apparently they were on hard drives that were misplaced during the whole thing of Xbox buying Activision.
Again, I think they were just trying to save face and go, yeah, we didn't lose these. We didn't lose them.
We just misplaced them.
Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off.
What do you mean?
Someone who works there. Hey, I think I found.
It's over.
Hey, I think I found him right over here.
He lost him out.
But seriously, they're right.
Dead. Shot your kill. Oh.
I was about to say the boxes the hard drives are in are suddenly replaced by hard drives of some other Activision game that no one cares about.
Kind of like Spider-Man, Durfo.
I actually played that game. But it's that loading for first.
I'm gonna be honest. I'll be honest. I played that too when I was younger, and I always played it with my dad. But you know, okay, Megamon. Remember when those big giant phantoms would appear?
Yep.
Me and my dad thought of a way to get rid of them easily by saving the combo attack just for when they appear. Use it, and they go down instantly.
Yeah, that tracks.
Other than that,
Okay, hold on. I got a joke. That someone finds the box with the hard drives in them, and goes, "Hey, I found them. They're right here." And they turn around. The box is replaced with a bunch of hard drives for oh, come on. Fucking fishing derby.
haven't heard of that.
That's because it was released on the Atari 2600.
assume the joke is that the Atari 2600 doesn't exist?
No, it's one of the first consoles.
Like very, very old. One of the first ever released.
Oh.
This must be Ignat's
So the joke is
It-
they found the hard drives for Fall of Cybertron and War of Cybertron. They turn around and look back, and it's just replaced by Fishing Derby for a console that no longer exists.
No, I got a better one.
Oh.
Got a better one. Hey guys, I found them!
I
I
have
finally
you to
found
thank
them!
for the return
Turns
of my
around
effects.
to call it back when they
What should I
please
call
turn
you,
back to
ragged
see
man?
them. It's
Wyvern.
all
Glad to make your
Pong.
acquaintance.
Ha!
A formidable name indeed.
It's just the
Well,
stupid
Wyvern, I appear to
little
be in your
dedicated
debt.
consoles
Redeem
for
here
playing
tells me you wished for an
Pong.
audience.
Wait,
Is that all?
wait, hold
few
on,
moments of your time
hold
should
on.
suffice, yes.
I need to
You're
check
getting air
something.
hockey.
Peculiar fellow, Wyvern.
I need to check something
Alright.
very quickly.
Speak. Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about
Hey
a
guys,
certain
I found it.
silver-edged sword you
But,
recently acquired.
quick question, why does it say
Oh, a
Jumanji?
true work of art, that one.
Aw,
Karen
bury
drove
it,
me
bury it,
hard on the
bury
price, but I would
Throw it in the throw it in the ocean!
That sword. It was made in the outer aisles, far
Another question,
beyond
why can't I hear
the
drums?
used exclusively by
open
the
the
practitioners
game.
of a unique
Let's
school
just
of
tie a few cinder
swordsmanship.
blocks to it,
They believe
sail out
no
and
combat
drop
should
in
ever
the ocean.
exceed a single strike and hone their blades to such
Preferably
perfection.
at the same abyss
none
they
ever does.
dropped the actual
Each
Decepticon
sword is
corpses
made for
in
that
the
one
movies.
perfect stroke, and for that stroke
Yo,
only, they
I'm
crack upon a second
actually
blow.
amazed
There's a brutal sort
that
of beauty
someone
to
had
it, really.
the brightest idea to
How
mass
did they hunt such an
produce
edge?
the actual board game.
Fine question.
Yeah,
use a
that's not
whetstone,
gonna
of
screw with
course.
people's heads.
Whetstones, rather. A whole
Dude,
array
if I
of
could, I would grab a
fine.
copy.
10,000 licks with the sharpening
Yo.
stone, then 10,000
Yo, here's an idea
more.
for a stream.
But it is the final stone which
If I
lends
ever
the
grabbed a
blade
copy,
its
it would be
legendary
exclusively
sharpness.
to have the
A
joke
mineral
that
quite
the
foreign
board game is
to this
bound in
great realm of
chains with
ours.
"Do not open"
that
written in
is the
big
key.
bold letters.
The secret.
Oh man, I was gonna make an ET joke, but
However, it
Activision
occurs
didn't
to
make
me
that.
my little
Atari
lecture is
did.
hardly equal to services rendered. Take this.
What was the
together
joke
with my
anyway?
regards.
That instead of Fishing Derby, they find a
Far
box of
rarer among collectors
E.T.
than
the
blade
extraterrestrial,
itself, and a far more fitting.
the video game.
Wait,
Thank you.
wait, they made that into a
Pardon
video
the
game?
intrusion,
Oh.
my lordship.
Yes, and
Oh.
that was infamously
It is
bad.
long
It helped
past
start
time
the
we prepared
craft of
ourselves to
video
depart.
games back in the 80s.
So it is.
Yeah.
I've
So
only ever heard of.
in bitter competition with a rival.
Okay,
collector
so,
of curiosities.
here's a little bit of
I
video
am
game
one
history for you.
step ahead of the unscrupulous
Taro.
scoundrel.
Back
Right.
in the
many
80s,
other
video
collectors out
games
there.
became really, really popular with arcades like Pitfall, Fishing Derby, Pong, and then like home consoles came out, like the Atari 2600, and people were like ecstatic for these games. And then Steven Spielberg's big blockbuster extraordinaire E.T. got a video game deal with Atari, and the game they produced was so bad they instigated the video game crash of the 80s.
There's a detail I need to stress here. E.T. was not solely responsible for what happened.
It was all-
Is the straw that broke.
Trust Uncle Byron
Yeah,
to find
it was
such an
also
interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone,
too much
shall we?
product, not enough demand.
What
Like-
essentially happened here was that because of the way video games were at the time, making them without even bothering to check the quality of them to make sure they were good was so easy that video games could be effectively mass-produced to a ridiculous degree.
And because there wasn't any quality check, we would have shit like Custer's Revenge.
If you
Oh.
see God
knockoff Transformer toys or similar items at like the dollar store.
I noticed you and Togo had gone off
Imagine
somewhere.
that, but for video games.
But yeah, like it all yeah,
So, Molly's
accumulated into the
leftovers weren't
crash,
good enough, eh?
where like
That'll teach me for treating
video
you
games
like
in the
a
West
step-up.
would have just been a fad if had
All right,
Nintendo
all right,
not
no
happened.
need to shout. Now we know what you're after. I can see about getting some in.
Because Nintendo
speaking of
right
which,
idea.
I brought one for
Market
later.
their system
Can I
not
leave it with
as
you?
the ultimate video game machine, but as a toy.
Megamon, hold that thought. I'm just gonna finally switch to PC.
You can, aye. You're nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for...
I was just on my way to see him.
All right, so
Ah, Clive.
Nintendo brilliant
Were you
strategy
able
was
to
actually
locate your
not
quarry?
to market these as like
Indeed,
the
Lord
ultimate
Smith.
video game machine or
You
the
pointed
like.
us in exactly the
That
right
was
direction.
later.
yep.
And Torgal's
They
been a very happy
advertised
hound
their
ever since.
product as a
Very
toy.
good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your
This
part
is
in solving
partly
the
why
mystery.
they did all that stuff with Rob, the robot
That
operating
reminds me.
buddy.
Yep.
After your last visit,
It's
I
effectively
found myself
a good
pondering
marketing
Torgal's
team at
talents.
work here because
do you recall our
prior
conversation
to
concerning Lady Jill's
basically
role in
this stuff,
Torgal's transformation?
Nintendo more or less was
About how
just
she
a
somehow
game company as
woke the
opposed to a
power
video
precisely
game
that.
company.
A reasonable
Making
conclusion, I
like
thought.
cards and toys
One
and
of
the
the
like.
Fenrir of legend served Shiva, and while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
What are you suggesting?
And honestly, for as much
That
shit as
Torgal
I
may
give
be the
Mario,
beneficiary of more than one
he
icon's
is
power.
basically the
Consider
driving force
that in
for
addition
what
to Lady
saves
Jill,
video games and
he
allows
has served as a
the
loyal
medium
companion
to
to you,
exist
your
at
brother,
all nowadays.
and even the late Sid. In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw,
I still think
have been
Mario's
diverse
secretly a
and plenty.
sociopath.
and
But
that
I
number
still
has
have to
only
thank
grown
him for what he's
as
done.
the realm's dominance
Also,
has fallen to your
because
sword.
ET was so
One
bad,
can but
supposedly
speculate as to how all of this has
there was a
affected Torgal.
landfill full of
Yes,
ET
more.
cartridges, which was later proven to be true.
If I'm not mistaken,
Granted, it was not just
you will
ET
both
cartridges,
yes,
but it was a bunch of
we
other
are
stuff as
fortunate
well.
indeed to be able to count
But there
on
were
your
ET
style.
cartridges in the landfill.
Oh,
Because people
He's
would
more than an
undoubtedly have
ally.
thrown them away.
he's a friend.
I see.
No, I think Atari did that to like what they still had in stock.
Actually, I got a Power Ranger question. Maybe that of the comics.
All right.
Well, that's where I step out. Well, that's where I step out. I don't know too much about the comics.
I do.
Before I leave.
Okay, so
Sorry for
there's
the
been
wait, but
multiple
hopefully you'll agree it was
instances
worth
of
it.
Rangers
You learned
turning
something
against
about
their
our sword then?
teams
I did
because
better.
they were hypnotized, mind controlled, brainwashed, whatever you can think of. Yes.
Yes.
Or mentally be abused in the case of the
Whetstone.
Green Supersonic Ranger.
Yes,
Him I know about.
but not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
Question then. Why in the ever-loving hell did the original, Zack,
No
the original
wonder I couldn't get
Black
the same
Power Ranger
finish on
Zack.
the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Won't it be so bad if all you ever fought were duels?
Yes.
He
Good
was.
luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent will be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is
I
there
think you cut off a
some way
bit,
it could be
dude.
used to give the
I
curse
didn't
breakers
hear
an
the rest
edge?
of your question.
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once. I
Taro,
really
are you
got a sliver.
okay?
I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece.
Taro?
Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter.
You hear me?
Just imagine
Yes?
good
Cut
Valestian
out for a little
steel
while
with
there.
an edge as
What
sharp
was
as
your
any
question?
found in the Outer Isles.
Okay, so how much
won't make a copy
question
now.
did you hear?
I'll make
Why
sure
did-
it's much better.
Why did Zack,
Sure
the
the
original
Curse
Black
Breakers will
Power
be
Ranger,
Delighted. Just
Ah, so
Don't
why
push
did
yourself
Zack,
too
the
hard.
original Black Power Ranger, decide,
Don't you
oh,
worry
there's
about
a
me,
job
sunshine.
opening. Let me just go
I'll be
work for
working day
Master
and night since I was
Vile.
half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone.
What?
Hey,
Zack
thanks, Clive. I mean it.
actually
I know
works
you
for
won August 2.
Master Vile
It's
now.
good to know someone's
for some odd
looking out
reason.
for
me. In the
Of his
co-
own free will,
be happy
mind
to
you.
hear you said that.
Okay, I need to catch up on the comics then, because what the fuck?
It's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've
I
got the
think Zack
materials.
might actually be planning to double
Right.
cross him at some point.
Oh, well.
Effectively, he's just going, yeah, I'm the spy behind enemy lines.
Oh no! He fully let Master Vile turn him into a monster.
He
Wait,
got
Master...
away with it.
Hold on. Master Vile?
Yeah.
Not Mistress
As
Vile.
in, Rita Paltro's father, Master Vile.
Yeah.
I thought he died in the comics.
I saw a file. Hold on, let me try to read this again. I might be misremembering stuff.
There is the possibility this could be an Elseworld story and we just didn't realize it.
Excuse me a second.
Hello?
Okay. I was fully mistaken. Not Master Vile. Picking Dark Spectre himself.
But how that's worse.
Alright.
Oh, goody! This is in the Darkest Hour comics.
Oh!
What's an Elseworld?
No, that's not Elseworlds. Darkest Hour is like the newest, storyline, I believe.
Yeah, the one with zombies.
I always thought if there was a zombie apocalypse, it would be an Elseworld. A what if?
But yeah.
So, while Taro's kind of researching this, I'm going to offer a little trivia. What I was mentioning about the Green Supersonic Ranger. This team hails from a planet called Zybria, which this planet is where the Green Time Force Ranger would eventually come from. The Supersonic Rangers was their specific team of Rangers. And these guys, I'm gonna be honest with you, I think they beat you to the punch with your idea of what if these Rangers were bad people.
Oh, yeah.
Because the Red Supersonic Ranger especially was a piece of work.
Yeah, he was. He
Basically, he was worried that the Green Supersonic Ranger would effectively threaten his chances with the Pink Ranger, so he purposely left him out of missions, forced him to be cleanup duty, and really none of the rest of the team has even bothered stepping in to stop Red from verbally and physically abusing this guy.
Not to mention the fact that there was apparently a love triangle between the Red, Pink, and Green Rangers.
Which I alluded to.
Sorry.
You're good. Effectively, all of this built up over years, and Green eventually snapped. He led his team into a trap and slaughtered the lot of them.
Yep.
He then proceeded to go to Dark Spectre with proof of his betrayal of his team, showing his loyalty to the dark side by proving he had slaughtered an entire team of Power Rangers by himself. And Dark Spectre rewarded him by, using the Wiki's own description, corrupting his morpher, turning him into Psycho Green, the very first Psycho Ranger to ever exist.
So, would it be?
Yep.
Okay, so if you want to see how this version of Zack looks like,
that should do you.
I posted a picture in the general voice.
I am curious. What the fuck?
Uh-huh. Also, apparently that's coinless, Zack.
Oh! Oh! Don't scare me like that! I thought...
Don't ever scare me again, please.
I thought that was, like... our Zack.
Listen, I only just read about it. No, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You just nearly gave us a heart attack.
I will forgive you because you were about as informed as we are, which is to say, not very.
Like, I'm gonna be honest. I only saw it when it popped up onto my feed. Like, it popped up. I saw that picture, and I been looking for it ever since. I only managed to find it now. But yeah, apparently Dark Spectre lava blasted pointless Zack into a wall, seemingly obliterating him, and then this beautiful mug appears.
Lovely.
Come again. Or don't. I'm not
That's
either way.
great.
The monster, you just know it's gonna be awful by Bear's reaction alone.
Have you not seen it yet, Naked One?
I haven't even seen the monster form yet. I just know from Bear's reaction it's gonna be a beaut.
Oh, you're going to enjoy it. I'm gonna be honest.
What in the great green beyond am I looking at?
That's pointless, Zach.
I'm gonna be real. He looks like the White Walker from Game of Thrones.
Also, the way he's talking, like the way he says Kim's name, I. Holy.
Okay,
The
you can't.
way he ends that with, like, in the panel that shows the computer screen, the panel where he says "make it," ellipse. I keep expecting "make us whole."
All right, I'm gonna upload a picture here. Tell me he does not look like this.
Just with an invert colors filter over him, yeah.
I would tell you if it loaded in for me.
Good. So Lady Karen accepted the...
Ah, she was just too stubborn to take. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my...
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I
It's okay. You just nearly gave me a heart attack. That's all.
Let me see what I can do.
Sorry.
Wonderful. I hope you have better luck.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised? You earned this.
Holy flies, what the hell is that?
Come again.
That's the Night King, the King of the White Walkers.
Well, we can see where he gets the name from.
They're the overarching villains of Game of Thrones, or at least they're supposed to be.
Lady Karen, Go tells me you weren't happy with our offer.
Oh my God! Shut up! You just unlocked that memory in my head. Oh!
I may have tossed a talent or two.
You're so fucking right.
But those were donations. And you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Yeah, he's a less spiky Zordon.
But one good turn deserves another.
It's like if Zordon and Darth Maul fused.
Surely you wouldn't shun the
But
gratitude.
Zordon was the dominant personality or something.
Oh, so you're a prince now,
I
are
would
you?
be a jackass and
Fine.
say Potara fusion
I'm
or
selling.
Metamora infusion, but at this point, yes.
I can't believe that. Like,
Where'd you
the second
get
I saw
this?
that thing, my
A
brain
decent
instantly
trade
went
of
to...
a canny one, meanwhile, might claim
Zordon,
it
was
were
that
nicked
you?
from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and asked twice as much.
Wait.
Might be I already have a buyer
Yo,
in mind.
actually,
Might be you even
Zordon
know.
got isekai.
A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce.
And also, I
Woman,
posted a
Jack.
couple of things in there.
Not at all.
Alright, that's a
Just
quote.
be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing
What,
business.
Zordon got isekai?
Yes.
I mean, am I wrong?
I hear
He
you
died?
ended up delivering all 3 stones.
He died at the end of In Space, and then
Thanks to
he
this
woke
lump.
up and,
I sometimes wonder what
You
I pay you
woke
for.
up?
Speaking of which,
Woke up in Game of Thrones and shows violence.
I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
he
Oh,
legit went,
so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass
I
behind that
spent
desk of yours and
eons
don't get up
being a
before
good
those
guy.
letters are square.
it's time for a little bit of fun.
Or, from my perspective, a lot of
I've
you
seen
are
that
all
before.
evil.
Yeah.
From my perspective, the Jedi are evil.
That Sid ever used, either out of habit or because the filthy soul couldn't be bothered to
Only
find a
Sith
clean
deal
one.
in absolutes. That in and of itself
knew
is
so
an
little about
absolute.
him.
Welcome to the dark side.
Most people.
Wait.
Arthur and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
Wah, 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 wah.
I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
I posted a couple of things into the his chat general there.
Yeah, I saw Repel's effect wore off. Love is canon. Kopaka has Asperger's.
Back in the day,
I don't get that second one.
I think
It's
that's...
a Bionicle.
Yeah. I was about to say, I think that's Bionicle.
Loving's canon is a ridiculously long-running joke in the Bionicle community, dating all the way back to 2001.
Okay, before you continue, Megamon, there's something I gotta say.
Account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. Me and Sid stay close.
I can't abide by that. There's only
Promising
one
me one
word
day
I
sail
want
the seas
to
again.
be called. Bionicle.
That was...
There's only one B word a woman should be called, and that's Bionicle.
And said she was having none of it. The magic woke
Anyway,
inside my son soon after Christmas 9 day. And there was no hiding his
the original Generation 1 Bionicle stuff, it had a couple of writers in its time. In the very early 2001 stuff, specifically the Matsunui Online games, the Balrog animations for the following year,
Luckily,
comics, etc.
It was him who
It's
stood
implied
beside me.
that though these Matoran are biomechanical and do not reproduce like organic things do, they are capable of feeling the emotion of love, the need for companionship.
He swore he'd do everything he could.
But later on, Greg Farshty, when he took over writing the majority of the
left the Royal Army once and
the majority of the fiction, since he'd already been working on the comics since the beginning, he's like, no, love is not canon because the organics do. Matoran are built, not born.
I knew then.
Therefore, love does not exist as we know it. It's basically all born of one huge-ass miscommunication, because, really, the fandom and Greg do actually agree in the sense that, yeah, Matoran can feel the emotion of love and the desire for companionship. Love exists in that form. It's biological reproduction, that form of love that does not exist in Bionicle.
Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown.
So Love is Canon is basically a shorthand for a very long-running joke where people are arguing how to interpret that statement and whether love does or does not exist wholesale.
But he didn't let it stop him.
The bottom side, Kopaka has Asperger's, is basically another type of joke where, yeah, depending on the fandom, you can read a specific character's mannerisms and quirks and come to the conclusion, oh, they're autism coded. They have this, they have that, they have the other. Kopaka is one such character. He is the Toa of Ice, and he's not too big on communication. He's not too big on hanging around people in general. He's basically the social anxiety side of Asperger's, if you want to kind of lean into that.
Leave that alone.
That's why people make that joke, and basically everybody seems to agree there. Hence the round table versus the free-for-all.
So wait, love can't be canon, but a biomechanical life form with Asperger's can be canon.
I may be drunk,
canon
but I
more than
wanted you to
canon.
know this place would be fucked without you.
In that it's not actually canon in universe, but it's how the fandom chooses to collectively interpret this single character.
Okay.
This note.
What about it?
Sid was right.
To put a sort of exclamation point there on the Love is Canon thing, one of, if not the most popular pairing, if you want to call it that, in OG Bionicle was Maku and Huki.
Then why would he?
Maku is a Matoran of Water who lives in, obviously, the Village of Water. She runs a canoeing business, essentially giving tours around the region. And Huki, before he became a television himself, Huki was,
It was
well,
never just
an
me
athlete.
keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us.
Hello.
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 I just shoved people in the right direction.
Ha
I don't seem to be able to do that anymore.
I thought I heard someone drop out.
Mekumon, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to laugh at you, but that's just too funny.
It's fine. I also heard the entire explanation of that meme through the.
Well, maybe I've got a few
video on
more
YouTube.
years left in me.
Okay, fair enough.
So you don't have to go over it again.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Good, because I don't think I could even if I wanted to.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine.
Okay, so. Bear, when I was. Remember when I was talking about that.
Thanks for the ray of
YouTubers,
sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Channel a couple days ago?
Yes.
What do you have?
Yes, I remember.
I was watching one of the shows he had, and that's when my brain had ideas, which I'll admit, at 3 a.m. in the morning is not a good idea.
Here for another of my lectures.
It's not a good idea for me to have ideas at 3 a.m.
What is it that you wish to learn?
That's how half my writing ideas form.
I was gonna say, I didn't sleep at all until, like, Mom came home at, like, 9 o'clock. I was trying to make fudge at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Cue the Rugrats meme.
I know, that popped in my head while I was making the fudge. I was like, hey, hey Sam, why are you making fudge at 2 o'clock in the morning? I've lost control of my life and insomnia.
Hey, one question though. What's Rugrats?
It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Why on earth are you making chocolate pudding? Because I've lost control of my life.
Taro, please tell me you're joking.
Say that again, Bear?
Please tell me you're joking.
Thus ends today's lesson.
What's Rugrats, really?
It was a TV show in the 90s about babies going on imaginary adventures.
I swear he's joking.
He likes to do this to make us feel old.
No, seriously, what's a Rugrat?
I have to do that, by the way. I already do that day after day when I look at my Beast Wars figures.
Welcome home, Sid.
Taro, with the way things are going, you're a Rugrat.
Okay.
It is a term for babies or toddlers.
Oh.
There was
It was a 90s cartoon following a baby called Tommy Pickles and his friends going on imaginary adventures.
It was basically, what would world look like from the perspective of an infant? And they turned that and all of its imagination that it implies into the show.
Yeah.
It went on for quite some time. It was Nickelodeon's most popular show until SpongeBob came along.
They also have a spin-off that's them as teenagers called All Grown Up.
Which, by the way, I'm just gonna put this out there. That spin-off just felt completely and utterly bitter, like they didn't want to do it. And considering what other show they had in the pipeline at the time, and how similar the two shows are, I think I know why. I thought that Ginger was a thing around the same time.
Okay, so Barrett, I fully imagine you're gonna kick me from this call in the next 5 seconds.
Well, how to ask what As Told by Ginger is, I actually wouldn't be too upset because that show, as big as its fan base itself is fairly obscure in terms of Nickelodeon history.
Anyway, like I was saying, I have a feeling you're about to kick me from this call in the next 5 seconds, because I'm about to tell you something I don't think you're gonna like.
What?
I was gonna say, well, I hope they've all grown up, but then Queen Bee took. I already said it, so I couldn't say it. I knew what Rugrats was. I watched that when I was younger.
And this is why I told you I knew he was kidding.
I feel like
autism does not compute sarcasm and jokes.
I have.
Oh no, I was acting. I was making you believe I didn't know. It's all good.
I know. I'm just saying, my autism does not process sarcasm and jokes like that easily.
Like I said, I was making you believe I was telling you about that.
On his part. Like, he's trying to make you believe. He's not trying to make you think, oh, he's joking. I only know he's joking because I've seen this in action more than once.
Okay,
gotcha,
final.
That type of person. Gotcha.
Okay, no, final time. I won't do that anymore.
Yes, he will.
No, seriously, I won't. Ben, no, come back. Oh no,
Who knows? Maybe somebody redeemed Hydrate and he's just getting a drink.
No, he's lying on his bed.
I want to hurt you.
You good, Bear?
Yes, but Taro may not live to see tomorrow.
Okay, the paperwork's too expensive to deal with hiding the body, so please don't.
This happens all the time. Trust me. You get used to it.
I know, I was making a joke going, the paperwork ain't worth it.
Okay, seriously though, there, I promise, that was the last time.
It fucking better be.
We'll see about that.
Unless I say I'm actually serious, you'll know I'm kidding.
Okay.
Except you do that when you're trying to drag the joke along anyways, so how am I gonna know?
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
On another note, my Danganronpa game should be here Friday. I ordered Danganronpa for the Switch because I've never played it. I've been curious, but never played it.
I've heard it's good. I've also never played it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I have
Sorry, go on.
the plushie of my character should be shipping here in October, of the character on my current profile. Found a custom plushie for it, I bought, and then I gotta start saving up for Blue Hen and Christmas.
1 month, 4 days until my Optimus gets here, so I know how you feel.
And then I'm still waiting for them to ship my 5D Fluorite cosplay.
Oh, by the way, on the note of the Optimus Prime thing, here's the interesting little thing that Transformers is doing that I'm like, okay, that's neat. And Bear's already seen this because I basically took any chance of Red basically arguing, but why do that?
Come on.
Coach before her, he could actually do so.
Run with the wind.
So, there is a little project underway by Takara called Transformers Missing Link. The idea is to take the original G1 molds and, without changing their appearance or changing it as little as possible, attempt to essentially fit as much modern articulation into these old G1s as physically possible.
Interesting.
The first two they showed off were two versions of the G1 Optimus Prime. The mere fact that you move his legs forward blew my mind.
Hey,
Here's the weird thing about the G1 Optimus figure, okay? It has knees.
Yeah.
But its legs can't move forward any farther than standard, standing position.
So what do you
Yay,
think?
more poses.
Really?
There's new joints in his elbows.
Up ahead.
A pose
I
they
take it there's
loved
danger
to
on the
show
road.
off was the one he took in the movie when the Decepticons are firing at him and he transforms back into robot mode and shoots at the midair flip.
Assuming he's willing.
Nice.
Bear knows the pose I'm talking about.
Yes, I do.
My brother and I have been
They
tasked
reference
with
that
finding
pose
a merchant's missing
constantly
cards.
over the history of
Seen it by
Transformers.
any chance?
It's much like the shark kick.
Oh, the man's
See
a
a
coward.
G1 Optimus figure
When he thought
successfully
goblins
pull
might
off
come
that
aside,
pose.
He ran,
Blew my mind.
leaving his livelihood abandoned in the pass.
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but
Yeah.
it's gone.
Now, I mentioned
I'm not
before
much
there's
of a
two
thinker.
versions of this
I
Optimus.
know the work of thieves when I see it.
My brother's right on all
elaborate
accounts.
bit.
And by my estimation,
They decided
bastards are
if
lying
you're
in
more
wait
nostalgic for the
just
original
down the
toy
road.
itself,
We may have
here's
seen our
one with
share
the
of
original
action, true,
toy's head and color
We've
scheme
not
with the
got
darker
skill
blue.
in arms to boldly brave an ambush.
And two Autobot symbols,
You,
one on each
however,
shoulder.
have the look of a man who needn't fear.
This
a band
one
of
came with the
backwater
trailer
ruffians.
and all the
What do you
miscellaneous
say?
whatever that goes into the
Will you
trailer.
help us out? Chances are they'll come for you either
If
way.
you're more nostalgic for the TV
If you
show,
promise to
they have
lend
a
us a
version
hand,
for that too, which
At
had
least
a
you'll
lighter
pocket a
blue,
reward for your
an
troubles.
alternate head that was more cartoon accurate, only one Autobot symbol, this one on his left shoulder, and this one omits the trailer and all its accessories in favor of a single Energon axe.
Well, if I'm going to have
They
to deal
even
with them
went
anyway.
out of their way to
You've clearly got a
remold
fine
the
head
weapon
on
he
those
would normally
broad
have come with
Yeah,
before.
lucky you came
So
along.
it's a more
Now,
easily
hoping to make a
used
heavy
accessory
person
here.
botcad. Our
There you go.
merchant friend loaded his cart with as
Because
much as it
the
would
original
carry.
G1 Prime
Reckon
didn't
he won't
actually
be
hold his
forking over the
weapons
rest of
by
our
the
fee if we don't
handle that
find
you
those
would
goods.
think.
So, while you're seeing to those bandits,
If I were to
keep
translate
your
these
eyes
into
open.
how modern figures would do
Alright.
it, he's holding it by the
Just don't
freaking
expect me
ammo
to drag the
clip
cart out
and
of there
not the
myself.
actual weapon's handle.
Nope.
Eh.
You can leave the cart to
Ah,
us.
okay.
You just put an end to those bandits and point us in the right direction. You do that, we'll take care of the rest.
So, yeah.
I made my sibling laugh today because I started replaying Sonic Adventure Battle 2 and started doing my chow chart that I do every time I play this game. So, Jesus Christ, you go deep into this. I have the favorite fruit members, its personality, the animal, who's taking care of it,
I'm not
and
sure
their
I
name.
trust those two.
And a chart.
But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take.
When I go deep into these chow things, I go deep into these chow things.
Just beyond bandits.
I have Darkrai, Hero, which are my first two, and then I bought like the green one and named it Pumpkin, the blue one and named it Octopus. The blue one's a bear. The orange one's gonna be a bug.
I forgot there could be.
An otter.
I forgot they could take on animal traits.
Yeah, and then Phoenix is Darkrai. He's gonna be the bug one because everybody needs to get like the break and everything out of the way.
In the voice chat, I'm just put this here. This is me attempting that very pose with my Canadian G1 Mewtwo. This is the closest I could get.
Okay.
You could also kind of see what I was talking about with the weapons, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'll be honest, between the legs moving forward and the head swivel, I was like, okay, you've already sold me. And then they showed off the pose I described, and I'm like,
That's
okay,
them dealt
you've
with.
already sold me, stop.
No.
My question is, are they gonna do this for like all the G1 figures or just a handful?
We don't know yet. The only ones we know about so far are the Optimus Prime. And apparently a Megatron.
Okay. Because my thinking is, what the fuck are they gonna do for Ironhide and
Getting all of this out of here would be a
Ratchet?
nightmare.
Seems
I
we
honestly
found
don't know.
ourselves the right man for the job.
I think I
wouldn't you
just
say?
put the pictures of the plushie I ordered.
Found the
custom
cart
one,
and
in the
didn't leave
general
a
chat.
single
Like
bastard
I said,
breathing.
the idea is
And how
to
exactly
give
will you
these
be getting his
figures
goods out
modern
of here?
articulation
Leave
without
that to
changing the
us.
look
You've done your
as
part.
much. Because this is supposed to be the, and I quote, missing link between
It's been a pleasure.
G1s
There's
and
no
modern
need to be so
Transformers.
rude. What if we want his help?
Okay.
There you go.
Let me see if I can find the images here.
Ready, go? Yeah!
I see the Dalnex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold at
I was
least.
thinking budget stuff and
The
still
path
pay rent
continues
this
on the
week.
other
I gotta
side.
give V some money. They're gonna help me ship a package out to my friend Michael. And then I gotta give him some money to help get Luda neutered. So
So
Stella can help chip in at that.
I'll leave my last bit of rambling on the missing link figures as such. If I had to pick between one Optimus or the other, I'm actually going with the toy accurate Optimus as opposed to the show accurate one.
I have a friend who is confused by Transformer toy accuracy versus show accuracy. Because he wanted a show accurate pterosaur. And I showed him a picture of the toy accurate pterosaur that I had. And he's like, no! That's disgusting!
I'll be back.
I mean, I've mentioned before how fans are willing to just shout Ruin Forever at the drop of a hat for any given thing.
I know, but like, if I ever want to piss him off, I just have to show him a picture of that, of the toy accurate, pterosaur. He's like, no, show accuracy is all that matters. Is it though?
What if you didn't grow up watching the show but had the toys? I bet he considers that an abomination of nature.
So, I recently YouTube has been showing me.
So this is a Megas.
Like,
The land of the gods.
G1.
It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
It's similar to the
Long ago,
self-transforming.
Man was overcome
Oh,
by
the Rumble
avarice.
Grimlock.
Challenged the gods in a bid to win their power.
Okay, by the way,
The
I'm
final
putting these in
battle
the
took place here.
screen chat, in
these
the,
falls.
voice chat general now.
Or so
This
the
is
legend
the
goes.
show accurate version.
If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps
Okay.
we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
And
The
here
gods
is the leaked
emerged
image
victorious
for the
and punished
toy
man
accurate
for
one.
his defiance.
By the way,
visiting upon
just
him
to piss off this friend of yours,
to
tell him that I
curses.
chose to go with toy accuracy versus show accuracy for G1 Optimus Prime.
Oh, I will.
Bearers. To tell the truth,
And Taro, you know who I'm talking about.
I always thought it strange that the dominants and their icons were
It's Lane.
Oh, right.
Lane got so pissy when I showed off the toy accurate pterosaur. He went on like a 5-minute rant. It was hilarious.
There must be something I'd misunderstood.
This was several months ago.
Didn't you? In your
This
room
was
and-
several
For those
months
who
ago.
weren't here when I posted
we were young.
these, the first one. Okay,
The old
for those who
legends
weren't here
were
when I
always
posted
my
these,
favorites.
in the voice chat general,
Epic
the
battles between
top
gods and
image
men.
of the two Optimus Primes, that's the show
Father
accurate
encouraged me to
version,
read as much as I
and the
could.
bottom image is the toy accurate version.
Thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy
And it's
like
the
any
toy
other,
accurate
weren't you?
version I choose to get.
And by the way, I'm just gonna put this out there, Bear. If you tell him this,
just look at this place.
Do not mention that the toy accurate one is the only one that comes with hidden trailer. Because then he'll use that as the excuse to justify me getting this version over the cartoon accurate. I have a sneaky suspicion.
The road will be busier up ahead.
What did you say?
We'll have to keep our wits about us.
About
before Megamon started explaining.
Right.
I just said that Lane got so pissy that he went on like a 5-minute rant. It was hilarious.
It's nothing.
Or like, how long ago this was?
Oh, several months ago.
I wish I was there.
So you were there and don't remember, or?
No,
I was not there.
he was not there because when they do the live recording for their podcast episodes,
I see the reports you have surrendered
time zones are a
to
bitch
Olivier.
for Taro. So.
Indeed, there.
I have.
Oh wait, this was a recording.
Emperor Olivier.
I don't know if it made it into the recording.
The Empire of Sanbreque.
Oh.
It could have been pre-show. I don't know.
How is he to rule an empire?
So, I'm gonna ask you this, Taro. Which version of the Optimus would you spring for if you had the choice?
Please.
Or for as long as I'm
Let
able.
Discord start working properly and I'll tell you.
The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule. And I can think of none better suited to the task.
While this is loading in, you want to hear about,
There is other
this,
news, Dion.
idea? Bear?
Hugo Kupka
Sure.
is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed.
Of course it is. Of course
The
it's
pillars of the Republic have fallen.
Top one is still accurate.
Ere
Yeah?
long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every
yes.
city in storm. And then, Valisthea. All shall bow before
Show
their
accurate's the top one, toy accurate's the bottom one.
Father, these are the words.
Toy Accurate's the one that has the
They are
trailer.
the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve.
Top one.
Great Grieger.
Cartoon accurate?
Made flesh.
Fair enough.
Anyway, so I'll give you a hint as to what spawns this idea, and I feel like you'll guess it immediately.
Okay, what's the
Return to
idea?
your camp, Dion, and ready your forces.
I'll give you a hint first. Magic.
It is
magic,
time to show the
magic.
world.
It's show time.
Yeah, yeah.
Kamen
so-
Kamen Rider Wizard.
Father,
Sort of. So, it's basically
I find
that
you much changed.
It's basically that
Is this truly the path you wish to tread?
idea I thought
Or are
of
these the
that
ambitions
I
of
think
another?
that's a suggestion for
Of Ultima,
for
perhaps?
the D&D, for it,
What nonsense is this?
take it up, I mean,
I speak my
and
mind,
expanded on it
and my mind
a
only.
bunch. So basically,
Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain
this
truths
person gets
regarding the nature of nations,
teleported
of rulers,
to
and of
fantasy.
the divine.
Mm-hmm.
Dragons, werewolves, whatever you can think of.
Don't trust the words of this traitress.
The
She
humans
betrayed her
have a
country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been
Those
an
who
invaluable
magic
servant
and
to
those who
Sanbreque,
can't.
Prince Dion.
Those who can.
I trust you will
fellows
continue to serve your emperor in the wars to come.
to
Canker! Silence! Insolent wretch!
there's
You will bend the knee.
there's
All else is heresy.
for making fire, water.
Sire,
There's those who
forgive
can
me.
make water. There's those
This audience is over.
and so on.
Okay.
Come,
Your Radiance. The Verena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring.
Things go from fantasy setting.
I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Fantasy setting the first few HP movies to fantasy setting
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
Damn.
I have suffered worse.
Oh, may I mention there's also a whole
Count your blessings, Dion.
Okay.
For a base-born child to be
Um,
chosen by
I'm gonna
Bahamut
ask you to
is
write this up and
enough.
send it to me in a DM.
You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher.
No, it's not. It's not your fault. It's like there's too many things happening at once, and I'm worried I won't be able to retain the information. Especially considering that I said Revice was in 2001.
I forgot about that, actually.
The Boklab markets are to the north. We just need to hug the coast.
That just makes me more worried about my own brain.
Actually, that quote I posted earlier, that's actually...
Okay.
When I let darkness break the chains, then I said, but they're anti-magic.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well trained and increasingly hard.
He probably just left the dark here because I had nothing about Common Rider or any of that. Okay, I have no idea what's happening.
Nice try.
Oh, Harry Potter.
Okay, I know more about Harry Potter than I ever did. In fact, there's a moment when I first read it, I remember that I was so into the book and it was first when the girl was unwrapping the turban, they were doing Voldemort's face, and they're trying to go, hey Sam, lunch! Lunch! And I Joel just screaming out Voldemort.
Magic of Chimera was evil.
Oh.
Huh? Well, actually, no. Okay, the magic user wasn't evil, but the magic was evil, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Dark magic versus light magic?
Basically, yes.
Chimera from Kamen Rider Wizard is...
Not much further to go.
It's a form of ancient magic that, if memory serves, Chimera would eat the mana of whoever its host was, and so Beast, the person with Chimera's powers would have to hunt down magical creatures and kill them for Chimera to eat their magical energies instead of the host.
Gotcha.
This
You're finished.
unless its user
Oh.
Whoa.
That's certainly a thing.
Yeah, I've just been wild.
It's like I thought you were to go get a snack or something when you were talking about stuff.
No, you're fine, dude. You're fine.
No, I was just being like, are they still here because they were so quiet? Because I'm like commenting and then like not just I thought they went to the bathroom.
I mean, if I'm going to leave for anything, I'll announce myself first.
True. And while I'm on track of the plushie I ordered, they're gonna try to make it smell like cotton candy. Because that's like her whole thing in the song she sings is sweet like cotton candy. So they're gonna try to make the plushie smell like her.
One thing I'm gonna do though is shall we describe a little bit of our gaming experience for the uninitiated here?
And that will
I'm
make
sure
you
the
the
party
crystalline
from the underworld would love to hear
Because
about
they
our
don't
back
know
and
how to
forth.
live without the crystal's blessing.
Oh yeah. Disclaimer. We're sorry.
There are no crystals here.
Probably the best disclaimer
This
I've
is
ever
why you're
heard.
supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if you watched Dragon Ball Z Abridged and it just said disclaimer? We're sorry.
Let me carry your goods. Yo, whenever I start the Bridge series,
What are you looking for?
like at the end or like the start, after the whole
Many
thing,
thanks.
go through that because of course.
A fine
What
choice.
you're gonna release.
You're welcome
Right.
anytime.
Disclaimer, we don't own anything we're doing. We don't own any of the material we're working with here. Everything is owned by this respective batch of people who support the official release.
Yeah, basically after that,
We're sorry.
it cuts it back for a second, then comes back.
If our new arrivals
sorry.
My mind went watching freaking Naruto Abridged.
I hear the brothers found another thing too.
The real sorry part of the disclaimer should happen every time Stell is in an episode.
The third.
My mind just goes, freaking Naruto Abridged is fucking chaos.
The crowd online of Bridge is amazing.
Out of my sight, wretch.
Shall we start by introducing our respective team of riders?
Who shall be introduced first?
Wonders from across the water. Come one,
We'll
come
start
all.
with
Feast
the
your eyes.
three
Good
who
sir,
were
can I
originally there,
interest you in?
then we'll bring ourselves in.
Fair enough.
How much? For a
I know
measly
nothing
crust
about
of bread?
riders, so I'm probably gonna be lost
Won't
throughout all
find any
this.
cheaper.
That's why we're gonna try to make this as easy to
I
understand
am more
as
than
we
welcome
can.
to look.
Do our best to explain.
So, a brand new evil force in the universe made up of a bunch
The
of
Empire's
less
unlawful
new
and
ones
illegitimate
working
occupation of
together
the crystalline
is
dominion
attempting to
is
take
still
over
in
the
effect.
multiverse.
Only
All
those whose
realities,
business
all
in
at once,
Twinside has been
ever.
officially approved by the Republican Army
order
will be
to
permitted
stop
to cross
this,
the border.
a
All
force
who
is
seek
essentially
entry are to
trapped
form a
them
line
within a
and ready
bubble
their
containing
documents
a select,
for inspection.
batch
Looks
of
like we are the
universe.
only ones who are eager to
Worlds
leave.
to hop to and from to take care of smaller scale stuff here and there in an attempt to take out the
We'll
big
get through
guys.
without that
Am I
pass.
accurate so far, Bear?
Yep.
Let's go and find good, shall we?
So, in order to actually stop these guys, a batch of heroes had to be
must be around
selected
here
to,
somewhere.
actually do the fighting. So,
I'll take the large.
the Cafe Cyclone, helmed by
There you are.
its
Clive,
mysterious owner
I'm so
slash
sorry. Don't tell Nan, will
manifestation,
ya?
Bob,
Slow down,
and
good. Just tell us what
the
happened.
guy who thinks he's in charge, the wind god
Betrayed his
Pazuzu,
pass. It's gone.
We cannot ride
They're
the
going
caravan
about
without it.
collecting
We won't even be
heroes
able to
to
get through
help
the
fight
flipping
off this
check.
evil force.
Do you remember when...
It was in my pocket a minute ago.
The
Then
first
a band bumped into
three
me and... Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise
whose
me.
names I'm still learning
Busy
because
market like this is
I'm
prime
bad with
territory for
names.
pickpockets.
Saris, Holly, and
To get the
Tanaka.
pass back, we need to find this child.
They're the first three selected.
I've got a pal in
Also-
Here, there was a fourth one who happened
No
to
one
get
knows
very
more about
picky
what
with his
goes on round
powers
here
and
than
paid
she
the
does.
price for it.
Yeah, his name was Andrew.
She's the owner of the Crimson Caravan.
He done
From that way.
exploded.
Sounds got a red chocobo on it.
After being turned to
No
stone,
time
is
like
that
the
correct?
present.
He was starting to turn into stone, and then he exploded.
I'm gonna check the rest of my stuff, make sure no one else is missing.
All right. We'll meet you there.
I wish I had been there to see that.
It was cathartic, to say the least.
Let's keep an eye out for this
I'm
red
sorry, I
chocolate
would have
then.
paid to see that.
And the other on our purses.
What's next to the check?
I wish I was there too.
He was basically, like, he was getting up in the Wind God's face, saying, like, no, I demand to have this power. At, you know, doing what he does.
Force of reality giving him essentially move powers.
Yeah. And, the Wind God was like, alright, fine. Here's the powers you want.
10 million
And
for
then,
to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
We're not here for that.
Then I bid you
He
good day.
immediately attempts to activate these powers to show off, and that's what leads to him getting his statuified and then exploded.
Yep.
As I live and breathe.
Whoa, he didn't last that campaign
What are
long.
you doing back in Bocklad?
Nope.
Nope. In fact, he got kicked out into the void before he exploded just to prevent from making a mess.
I gather Lady Karen didn't send
So,
you.
first batch of worlds, it's just these three riders.
Technically, the first world, it's just these three.
So what trouble have you got yourself
As the
into
adventure
this time?
goes on, more
it's me
bad guys
trader's
have started
pass.
popping up.
It got stolen
Essentially evil riders.
by Little Ben.
One of which is a fluke of reality that should not exist.
Honestly.
More or less,
Told us
yes.
that you know the markets well. Might you have an
And
idea
it is
which
in the
little
encounter with this
band could have
fluke of
done this?
reality that two
don't intend
more
to punish them.
riders end up appearing.
We just need our pass
Well,
back.
correct.
Then
A common rider
we
and a
can be on
power
our
ranger
way.
here.
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either.
So, I'll let Taro describe himself for you.
Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct?
Oh no.
Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I
Are
suspect
you the
I
common
know
rider
why
or are
they
you the
did it.
Power Ranger?
Let me
He's
explain.
the common rider.
Okay.
Basically,
If I had to offer any 2 cents on his
Ever
common
since
rider,
the
I'd
Fist
just say
marched
he
on
is
the
the
Dominion,
goodest boy.
The Republic has been clamping down on any commerce that
can
might
also
aid the
go
Empire
good
more than
boy
it does
ticket, like,
us. Which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being
Yeah, that sounds about
essential
right.
if one wishes to cross the border at all. And with demand outstripping supply, they've become a precious commodity,
when I showed
leading
up,
some to seek to acquire them by less than
like, I showed
legitimate
up.
means.
it was literally
So
gonna
the
be.
children are stealing passes to sell on the black
No,
market.
it wasn't even me. It was literally the line
Yes
from this
and
one
no.
scene of a certain anime.
Passes are inscribed with the names of their
I hate
owners,
to tell you about this,
and
but
yet
you're not going
none of
anywhere.
the victims' names have appeared on the register of those passing through the checkpoint.
which means
Okay, I don't know where that's from.
That someone is doctoring the stolen passes. The same someone who is encouraging the children to steal them. And the same
Say
someone who
anime
has
is-
Goops' pass,
I don't
no
even know where
doubt.
it's from. All I know that is anime.
Whoever they are, they're ruining the livelihoods of
Fair
honest
enough.
merchants. Which is why we've decided to take a stand.
Basically, it was a
Will
one-sided
you stand with us?
fight for me.
We want to get your pass back.
Unfortunately,
And we want to ensure that no more are stolen. Catch whoever's behind it all, and 2 birds shall be slain with a single stone.
So,
Is there any
Zero Ranger
other way
6,
of
white,
getting to
ends
the Questline
up
Dominion
just
goods?
spontaneously appearing in
won't
the
let
middle
you
of the
in
most
if you're not
chaotic
with the
battle he's
caravan.
seen since,
It's that,
well, this morning.
I don't know. Try swimming across the strait.
He finds a bunch of
guards will
people
definitely
full
spot you
in
if you try and do that, like,
Ranger-esque
we don't wanna
costumes,
get
calling themselves
spotted,
Common
right?
Riders, fighting a bunch
So
of
either we
other
find the people who took
people
the
in
pass,
similar costumes,
or
also
give up
calling
all
themselves
hope of entering
Riders,
the Dominion.
and a giant freaking virus monster trying to kill a kid in order to obtain its true form.
We'll help.
Thank you kindly.
And he's just like, what in the heck is happening?
But I don't know your name. Eloise at your service.
He gets involved.
A
After all,
pleasure doing business with you,
protecting a
Clive.
child sounds vaguely heroic, so start there. And in the process, he ends up bumping into one of the evil riders who happens to be shark
The
themed
proprietor of
with
the... I suggest
water
that you
attack.
The furniture makers.
Okay.
Another, both of them clash their finishing moves, and the Ranger loses. Getting effectively hit by a power washer on steroids and getting his suit blasted to Kingdom Come.
A power washer with the kinetic force of a freight train.
Oh, jeez.
When
Jug of
the
snake spit
battle is over and everybody's together and brought back to the cafe for a mission successfully completed,
Are you the furniture maker?
the Ranger is
Looking for
forcibly
something in-
demorphed,
Ah,
unable to maintain his
Eloise
form
collared
anymore.
you too.
And in his place is a
And I
Mekumon.
expect you told me you were leading the hunt for the pickpockets. What have you learned?
For
Nice.
one, harder
He
to not
introduces
let be like
himself as Felix M. Kuhn.
Their eyes must have lit
And
up when they...
the fishmonger round by the
is
gates, been
kind
trying
of
to track down the children
really
involved.
Thank you.
not sure what to make of all this. Had a bit of an existential crisis when he was told by one of the writers that he doesn't exist. In their world, he is legit just a fictional anime character to them.
You should come with me to the Dominion. Life.
Fish for sale! Fresh sorted and smoked!
Is there like a Phoenix
Can I
like
interest
Kamen
you?
Rider?
Ah,
Oh, there are
sorry.
several.
Message from Eloise, is it?
I think
She's
I
asked
could.
me to help her
If I know what days you
To
guys do this,
help
I think
you
I could probably
find the pickpockets.
try joining
Is
in.
that so? Suppose
Oh!
I better
There's
do
an
what I know
alternative
then.
of being
For one,
there's
this
an
isn't a
alternative of
family
also
operation.
being part of
All
my
the
Ranger
traders say the
team that
children who
just
stole their
got
passes were
got blasted
dirty,
to a different
dressed in
world.
rags.
The Ranger
Three
power is
years
actually
by the sound of it.
difficult to
I
understand.
get a lot around here.
I just sent a
Orphans from the
picture of my
wars.
base.
A few, perhaps.
Especially
You saw the
because in the
refugees
team
gathered
I've
by the
set up,
entranceway.
there's already a Gatomon present.
They're all looking for a new
She's
start
like a
in the
girl who can
Dominion
morph to a
and beyond.
giant bird in the actual
Some
story
of them
she's
take it as an
from.
opportunity to
Rune
rid
Factory
themselves
3,
of
and she worked as a
unwanted
blacksmith.
baggage.
The shame of it.
Alright.
Whoever's behind this would have to have made themselves known to the children at some point.
And so should we.
You should start with
Her
the
name's
children
Raven.
around here then. I doubt they're the ones involved, but they might have heard
Would you like
something.
to hear
It's worth a try.
one of the sole reasons I convinced me
Right
to
then. Questioning
in
children.
the first place.
How hard can that be?
Okay.
So, Bear told me of the fact that it was not only just canon Kamen Riders that Kamen Rider Worlds were going to. It's also, there's also a possibility of visiting a Kamen Rider who is literally dun 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 dun.
Thomas the Tank Engine.
Oh my god.
Is that Ghost game?
What?
Not sure. Just using gifts I find.
But yeah, that's the character I thought of.
Alright, I will try to... Alright, so the way this works is usually, like, I ask you... If you were to play a regular D&D game, what class would you want to be? You're breaking up.
Sorry. Magic user, some sort of spellcaster or something.
Spellcaster.
I heard Spellcaster.
Okay. I think I might be able to work with that. Actually, I know for a fact I can work with that. Actually, hold up.
What do you guys do? I worked the last 3 days a week, so.
What was that laugh?
We were just talking about this writer not that long ago.
No. No.
The thing is, though, this would be a homebrew writer. But the rules of Wizard still apply. So, Sammy, the best thing I can think of is creating an original writer for you using the rules of Common Writer Wizard.
Okay.
Wizard is it focused on magic, fantasy, spells, that kind of thing. Now the main character had a dragon.
My character would have a phoenix for
Yes.
being a monster form and where she's from.
So you would look a little different from Wizard, but I feel like that the concept would be the same. Using rings imbued with magic stones, Wizard is able to use different spells and change forms.
Okay.
Okay, quick thing, just talking to Taro here. That second gif with the Vmon and Gabumon in like those outfits, I know what that's from now.
Oh?
That's Last Evolution.
Alright. So, the way it works is that you would have 4 standard forms based off the 4 elements: fire, wind, water, and earth.
Okay.
Each one being a different color and represented by a different type of gem. Or at least a different shape.
Gotcha.
It wouldn't be until you obtain your super form that the Phoenix motifs really start to shine through.
Yeah.
On your base form, I could try to think of some places to put Phoenix motifs. Because I believe Wizard has a couple of dragon motifs on his base form, but the way it works is that the way magic works is that in order to even gain magic, you must experience the depths of despair and come out still holding on to hope.
That's basically explained that she lost her family and found hope in another village with the blacksmith that trained her.
Okay.
Where's the blacksmith?
Do you mind if I ask you something?
So
became like her parental figure when she lost her family, so that's her hope.
Alright, so basically when a person in Wizard goes through immense despair,
yeah.
I'll leave you alone.
2 things happen. Either one, they hold on to their despair, hold on to their hope, and emerge with magic, or they're swallowed up by their despair and die, with a monster called a Phantom replacing them.
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
No phantom.
Sweet as nectar.
Well, no. See, the way it works is that if you hold on to hope, the phantom inside you is caged and cannot get out.
Do you have a moment?
What do you want?
What I want is to know who's asking children like you to pick pockets.
I don't know. Nobody's asked me. What's picking pockets? Do you get paid for it?
Basically, yes.
No, you get in trouble for it. So if they come calling, you know what to tell them.
Alright.
My own homebrewed rider for this?
Oh yeah, he made his own. He made his own homebrew rider using elements of the rider I was originally going to give him.
Because it kind of made sense to me with the logic of how that rider form works. If it's supposed to be my true form coming through and manifested by these powers, it's going to look increasingly like me.
I don't know much about it. He said he got a job.
Sounds promising.
We need to find him enough.
Do you know where?
Other thing, I just don't know what you guys still haven't answered. What day do you guys do this, and like what time?
Saturdays, either around noon or 3 o'clock.
I work.
Fuck.
I'm like my first day off is Sunday, so yeah, I guess. You carry your goods. So I'm usually I'm like 11 to 7.
Unless people move things either earlier in the day on Saturday or otherwise just move it to Sunday.
Let's hope he's still nearby.
I would have to talk with everyone about that, but.
Hungry.
Yeah, it's fine. I just thought about maybe because I haven't done D&D in a while, and I found my dice. But if I can't, I can't.
That big fat donkey was easy.
It's not really a problem with me because I do have other priorities, and sometimes
Wish we
pop
hadn't
into
handed
play
over
and
the
I might
pass
like
that
miss
could
a
use one of
game
those
or
things to
something.
get out of this dump.
Chance to be a fine thing. The moment they found out, they'd string us up by our guts.
Would they now? Perhaps you'd like to introduce us to these charming characters.
Shit, we're in trouble now. What do we do?
You two get caught if you want. I'm off.
Hamza, where are you going?
So that was Jill. You were
right.
But most of the time, I'm like Sundays are usually my lazy day.
You can't have gone
The rest
far.
of the week is chores and trying to keep
We
up
need
with
to find him
everything.
before his employers do.
If they can't move it, then I don't want to force them to move it if they're all uncomfortable with that.
Well, I know, like.
The case of
Did you see a boy run past?
I know one of them
A friend of mine.
works on
That was your boy,
Sundays.
ran back there towards the chocobo pen.
Yeah, so I don't want to do that.
Thank you.
I don't want to mess up their schedule because they've already been in the game this long. So I'll just step this one out then.
All right.
I thought I'd ask just in case.
It's all right, Hamza. I just want to ask you some questions.
Either way, I posted the 3 canonical forms
I'm
my
looking for the people who are making you
current
steal
rider
for them.
has.
Who are they?
Yep.
Call themselves the Carstones.
I call him
They
Choriki.
could kill if I did what they told me. I knew they were bad, but it doesn't.
Which is an amazing fucking
come
pun.
full half the time before I started buzzing for them. I mean, if I didn't do it, they just pick on
Alright,
someone else.
I gotta go.
Someone they could push around easier.
All right.
Hamza.
Bye.
You found him then?
Jill. Where are the other 2?
Eloise is watching over them. She sent Goots and I to look for you.
Honestly, the first time I've seen all 3 forms next to each other like this.
If that's what you're after. I gave it to the Carstones. Whatever you do to me, I can't get it back. Not that I go against them anyway. If it weren't for their guild, me and my mates
I
would
still
have starved.
love that you took the idea of like the Oni powers revealing your true form and like applied it to what it would look like for Digimon.
It was fun.
Cowards.
It's fun doing that.
You will not force another child to do your bidding.
Wait, we're not.
Don't hurt him.
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are.
first time
That brooch.
encounters a human
Where
that's
did you
trying to
get
be
it?
another monster, it's gonna send him through a loop.
Master Theo.
Like, when he realizes that he
What are you doing with these
essentially
people?
just killed a human when the whole thing was
Unless
you can't harm
you're the ones
humans.
my sister was talking about.
Your sister?
He's gonna be wondering, oh no, it's just gonna build up a bit more into Edgito.
Eloise didn't tell us she had a brother.
Oh,
And why would
God.
she?
Poor,
I'm just a back and a blade.
poor child, poor good boy.
Theodore, at your service. Sorry about before. Theodore, what do you know of the
Still
cast?
kinda
Vultures
hung
who
up
have
on-
made
yeah.
they prey on the desperate.
When the
I've been looking into
writers
their
he
activities.
finally realized I'm not
But
that
it seems
thing
they've
they're
already
trying to
stooped
fight.
even lower than I'd feared. Hans
Just
is a good
immediately,
lad.
alright, let's get training you.
Don't blame him for what they've made him do.
Pretty much.
Clive, was it? And my sisters asked you to help.
Like if they're not on active duty, they're training. If they're not training, they're healing. If they're not healing, they're on active duty. Unless they retire.
So I can imagine. End of the session as everybody's returning to the cafe. Felix takes
So,
this kind of
what's the plan?
quietly slinks
What
in
else?
through the cat door
We find the cast stones
without a
and
word.
we crush
Just
them.
walks over.
You get your traders passed back, and I make Bogland a safe place again.
Of the
All right then.
Cafe Cyclone,
All right then.
and just without a word.
Honza, where are they camped?
I hope you heard that.
Don't worry.
I'm guessing you made a
know you
thump
told us.
noise.
Couldn't if I wanted to.
Yeah.
They always come to town to collect the passes. Meet us outside the gate. I tried following them once.
We'll try it this time.
Bump onto the cat bed.
To Lainey's
No
Cleft,
words, just out cold.
Lainey's Cleft is
I still can't wait for
south past the camp.
I still can't wait for Kazuto to finally get to return home. Basically. Oh. I just realized
That's that then.
is the only provider out of the 5 of them that has the choice of staying home.
Yeah.
There's so many things I'm just realizing. I feel like such an idiot for it.
If we actually do the Kamen Sentai Rider world there, or with the the riders based on different Sentai teams.
Sticking his nose in our
Felix technically has a version of Home to return to.
It was like that TV show Sliders, I think it was called. They were sliding through different dimensions, trying to find their way back home, and they thought they finally did it. They thought they finally found their way home, but then they saw a picture of the Golden Gate Bridge, and it was a different color. And that was the only difference.
We got company.
So it's like the TV show Sliders, where a group of people are like traveling through different realities trying to make their way back home. And in one episode they thought they finally made it back. Everything was the way it was supposed to be, except when they see a picture of the Golden Gate Bridge, it's a different color. Literally the only difference. And so they have to make the difficult decision of whether they should stay or keep going. because their equivalents in that universe are also sliding. So they could stay there and live out their lives. Like, they could finally be home. But they'll always know that it's not actually their home because of the Golden Gate Bridge being a different freaking color. It is some sad shit.
Aye. Some of our new recruits are natural.
Especially the little ones. And Hans is...
It will be a shame when they chop them off. But till then, let's
scum.
The leaders of the cast stones.
They don't deserve any
And like from
mercy,
Felix's perspective,
Oh,
here's this world where everything's mostly the same. Yeah, the powers work differently here, and he's technically dead here.
from Falkland. Kill him. Kill them all.
But if you play the cards right, he can figure something out. But then that would also mean abandoning basically the only job he's supposed to be doing. And honestly, it would mean abandoning his role along with God knows how many others just because he wants to have some semblance of the comforts of home.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Someone else, or he wants to keep going.
It's the hidden tragedy of Kamen Rider. They can never live a normal life. Unless a miracle happens. I think Nekumon was talking about the Kamen Sentai world.
Yeah, I heard that, then it instantly just died.
Yeah, that's that.
Sliders thing from there.
It went from that to the sliders.
Oh, okay. Kazuto
And they say crime doesn't pay.
Kazuto realizes he's home. He can stay. And like, oh, I can pull Andros on it, actually.
Ooh.
I could pull an Andros on it.
Elaborate?
After Andros destroyed Zordon, Dark Spectre was gone, every embodiment available was either gone or turned good, and Andros was going to make the choice of staying on his planet.
I know where you're going now.
Yes. Only to hop back aboard the Astral Mega Ship in the last seconds before they took off. Like, he chooses, I think I want to stay here. They're about to leave. They're about to start up the projector. They hear a door opening. And Kazuto just walking in.
Just imagine. The one-liner he says when he walks back in is, "What's the special today?" Or something equally cheesy. Just to show that Felix's whole Power Ranger shtick is indeed rubbing off on people.
Can you just imagine Felix hearing that for the first time?
I am so proud of you right now.
Okay, that's fucking awesome.
There are no crystals here.
Daddy.
She was actually choosing to
That's that then.
leave his world again. Like, Driz gives it to him before he leaves.
I can imagine that.
Hurry, man.
Like, at this point, like, I imagine that Kazuto and, old Callan, as I'm gonna call him, have essentially become, like,
How goes the hunt?
like, at that, before he disappeared, they were essentially partners. And good friends.
So it was the cast stones who were behind it all. Theo, and their demise solves 3 problems at a stroke. That of the pickpockets, the bandits pulling their strings.
That's in a timeline that no longer exists.
I only hope yours is among the items you recovered. Only time and... Speaking of whom, welcome home.
You are too kind. Here, Clive. Goods' pass. Ask...
Oh well.
El, I've asked our boys to carry the rest of the goods back. Can I count on your help in sorting through?
Of course. I'll make some... I expect you'll soon be on your way then. But it wouldn't do to leave, would it now?
Yeah, I realized. How would he realize that he's home?
Don't look so shocked.
There's no stacks.
We're on the same side.
I don't understand.
As you now know,
he steps out and immediately a Jamato area
for a small fee,
appears.
That needs moving. Be that goods to market, or bearers away from
Better yet,
I was the first my sister helped
or
escape.
better yet,
If it wasn't for
this
her, I'd
old
have been
Callan
branded
here
as a boy.
is like,
I had no idea.
he happens to
It just so
investigate
happens
the
that
cafe.
we are seeking to
Finds
expand our
Kazuto here.
operation.
There you are!
And who better to join forces with than the leader in the field? Wouldn't you agree, Theo?
I would. It seems our purpose
Nothing
is the
screams
same
I'm
in
finally
more
home,
to
like
what
getting
would you say
dragged
to
out
working
by
together.
the ear by your mentor.
Pleasure.
And our honor. The honor is ours.
Felix wakes up to the sound of screams of utter joy.
What is it? El has friends in high places, while I have associates in lower one.
I shall bear it with pride.
Well, all that remains is to wish you a Scoots' pass should secure you a place on the caravan. But if you encounter any difficulties, we would be delighted to provide you with a coach of our own.
What if,
for a distance.
We'll...
just for that world, everyone gets temporary access into the DGP?
I don't know, man. I mean, they'd still fight the Jamato.
True.
Right then. Let's get this back to Goods.
And then it's on to the Dominion.
I can just imagine if they do end up with temporary access to the DGP and everybody gets a score. Felix's is like a mirror image of Kazuto's.
Jug of snake spit for the road?
Caravan stops
Juicy
next.
pears!
And everybody's like, wait, how?
What I really want to be is a blacksmith.
You gonna do it?
Alright, so I am gonna end it here for today. Yes and no. I'm actually feeling kind of good, but I got errands I need to run. So, as I said before, Starting tomorrow, I will be dog sitting. So until Monday next week, there's no streams. Also, no D&D.
Unfortunately.
Yes. And as it gets closer to Saturday, I will let Chocobo know there will be no stream because I'm dog sitting. Watch him come over anyway. Because that's just how he do.
The stream for the hang with his friend.
He can help you dog sit.
Anyway, thank you all for watching. This has been Vegas Bear 92, Mekumon, and Taro, and we will see you guys on next stream. Alright?